life. Thank you, sir. Good morning, everybody. Welcome you all, and we will call to order this regular meeting of the Lawrence County Board of Commissioners. Today is Tuesday, June the 10th of 2025. A couple of housekeeping items. We'll note that the meeting is being recorded and both here as well as being live streamed. And then we would ask if you have a cell phone, if you'd be kind enough to put it on silent or vibrate. We'd appreciate your doing that. We always start the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. Then we'd ask you to remain standing for a moment of silence. Mr. Kennedy, could you lead us in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing and we'll have a moment of silence. Thank you very much. Vanessa, would you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Sinata?
Here.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Here.
Commissioner Vogler?
Here. We have a quorum. All three commissioners are present. We always have time during our meetings for public comment twice, one in just a few moments and then one prior to our adjournment. If you'd like to make a public comment, we welcome it. We do ask that it be related to county government matters. If your concern is with a state matter, we suggest you talk to your state elected officials. Same would be true on the federal level. And if it's a local municipal matter, we would recommend that you talk to your local municipal officials. But if it's a county matter, that's the appropriate place for you to be, and we would welcome your comments. You're welcome to speak both times. One of the two times, or if you're just here to listen, that's equally fine. And we do ask that if you try to keep your time to about 5 minutes or so, we'd appreciate that courtesy. Item 2 on the agenda would be row officer reports and comments. We always set aside time in case any of our row officers have any matters to be brought before us, but today it appears that none of them do. Next is fiscal and contractual. We have in our packets the warrant registers from the Controller's Office, which are also known as check reconciliation registers. They are dated May 30, June 3, and June 4 of this year. They are listings of all the bills that have been paid by the Controller's Office, and I'll give my two colleagues whatever time they would need to look them over, and whenever you're ready, we can take a motion to accept these documents.
I move we accept the documents.
And I'll second that.
I thank you both. Any questions on the warrant register, gentlemen? Hearing none, we'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you, Vanessa. We also have in our packet the minutes of the June 3 Commissioners meeting. And by the way, these documents are all available if anybody wishes to see them. And if Debbie Walker is watching us, Debbie will have these for you upstairs if you'd like to pick them up. These are the minutes of last week's Commissioners meeting. Once you've looked them over, gentlemen, if one of you would care to make a motion, we can approve them.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Thank you. If there are no concerns about the minutes, we'll ask for a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes?
Motion carries.
Thank you. Commissioner reports and comments. We go in this order today. Mr. Kennedy gets to go first.
I don't have a whole lot, just that our counterpart from Upper Venango County was with me yesterday, Chip O'Brien, this Chip and I took some Turkey residents from the county of Turkey, around the county, and as he did at Venango County. So we took them on and showed them some sites that we were going on that they might want to invest in. Kind of an interesting afternoon. Besides that, I know you guys had some stuff over the weekend that I didn't show up for, but I was in the middle of one.
problem whatsoever, and thanks for representing us yesterday. We're all acquainted with Venango County Commissioner Abramovic, and he's a good fellow. He's a good fellow to just spend time with. So glad it went well. Looks like I get to go next. I'll note, and I'll let maybe Chris or Dan, if they wish to elaborate. All three of us did attend on Friday evening the Newcastle Public Library's gala, which was a wonderful event. We had a real nice time there. But again, if you gentlemen want to talk more about it, that'd be great. And then again, Chris, I'm sure you'll talk a little more about this. We attended an Eagle Scout ceremony on Sunday for Emily Schaefer. It was held at Northminster Church up in Neshannock Township. Again, like they always are, it was a very nice event. Today I asked Frank McCary and Dana Fortuna to stop in because they, in their role in the maintenance department, one of their many roles is oversight of the upkeep and maintenance of the 27 bridges that the county owns. And I know you work closely with Taylor Engineering to make sure that the bridges are in good working order and that they're safe. But recently, you contracted with a company that you've used for other purposes, West Penn Land Management, which looks like they're based out on Frew Mill Road in Slippery Rock Township. And coincidentally, what I wanted to bring to everybody's attention, of the 27 bridges that we own, 2 of them are actually in Slippery Rock Township. One is the covered bridge at McConnell's Mill State Park, right down across the Slippery Rock Creek next to the mill. A lot of people don't realize it's a county-owned bridge. A lot of people think because it's within the state park's property that it's a state bridge. It's not, it's our bridge. And I believe West Penn has done some ongoing, not sandblasting, but power washing of the bridge to keep it clean, particularly the interior. Not only that bridge, but the bridge up in Wilmington Township, the Banks Covered Bridge where Commissioner Kennedy lives. And this company has done a nice job maintaining particularly the interior sections of those bridges. However, the second bridge that we own in Slippery Rock Township is on Kennedy Road, which maybe we'll see if they'll change it to Dan Kennedy.
No, that's fine.
But Kennedy Road, it travels through McConnell's Mill State Park property. And we own a bridge that crosses over Kildew Run, which leads to Kildew Waterfalls. And West Penn recently did some rehabilitation work on that bridge. And I was out there over the weekend. And I have to tell you, it looks like an absolutely brand new bridge. They cleaned the deck. They did concrete work along the sides. And then the bridge itself has metal railings on either side. And they painted them. They had been blue, I think. Well, they painted them, I don't know how to describe the color, a reddish brown.
Like a rust.
Kind of rust. And it just fits in so well with that whole atmosphere out there. But I was just overwhelmed. And honest to goodness, you'd think it was a new bridge.
Yeah,
So I wanted to have Frank and Dana here so we could thank them for working with this company, with West Penn, and thank them if you would pass along our appreciation to them. What a wonderful job they did on the work that they did on that bridge. It's just tremendous. I can't say enough about it. So that was our purpose in asking you here. Anything you need to offer about this company or about your relationship?
Everything they do is great. I mean, it's a great company.
Absolutely.
And Dana Dills, she knows.
And they're based here in Lawrence County.
Slippery Rock.
They're local.
The work that they did, which in this instance was approximately $8,000, we were able to utilize liquid fuel dollars,
Right.
which we get from the Commonwealth, and we were able to utilize those dollars for this project. But I'd highly recommend anybody, if you're out in that part of the county, take a moment or two and take a drive on Kennedy Road. And I think you'll see that the bridge looks wonderful. So thank you both.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna give the Commissioner Sanada and Joe coffee.
Oh, thank you.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Nice job. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you, Frank. And the pictures don't even do it justice.
No, I'm gonna stop here today on the way to Pittsburgh.
Oh, did he, can you get a copy there?
I have one.
Can I just see it?
You can have that.
Yeah, I'll be anxious to hear what you think of it.
Yeah, that's, that's,
Oh, wow, that
Bridge
looks
didn't
great.
sound like that.
Oh,
Nice
Yeah,
job.
that's
can't
nice.
say enough about it.
Thank you.
So,
Hi, Jason.
well, thank you both. And you're both welcome to stick around, but if you have to move along, we understand.
Thank
And I'll turn it over to Commissioner Sanada.
Thank you, Chairman. And, thank you, Frank and Dana. I mean, I look at this right now, it looks really good. I remember we took the bridge tour last year and we got a chance to see all the bridges. Just one quick question. Is this the same company that was cutting the grass and stuff when we were in Elwood?
Right,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, that's, I was
Well, I
impressed.
remember, that is McCartney Hollow. Were you with us that day?
Yeah.
McCartney Hollow Road in Perry Township.
Right, I remember the staff was very dedicated.
Yeah, they're very nice.
I was impressed with especially the two young workers there that day. So I'm glad to hear that they're still active and they're doing a good job. So good choice.
Thank you both.
Thank you, guys.
Please, Chris.
I'll just, we had another busy weekend and I know just to mention that that gala went very well on Friday night. I was very pleased to see the library reach their goal of over 102% of their funding goal, and that's a good thing. And the program went well, and I thought it was a good event. I had an opportunity once again on behalf of our commissioners, and I know Commissioner Kennedy will be doing it this week with the Renova Music Festival on Saturday. I got to do the one out in Villa Maria as I did last year. And once again, they got a bunch of great performers from around the country that come to Lawrence County. I think they put on about 8 performances or 10, something like that, over the 2-week span. And I know that we were one of their sponsors. And I'm just pleased to see that. The turnout from the community out there was really nice. And, there's just a lot of talent, and they come to Lawrence County, and I think that's important for the arts. I think we've got to continue the arts, especially. That's always been important to me, the Playhouse, and the Hoyt, these types of music fests. And it's so good to help with the tourism promotion. I know that Visit Lawrence Counties helps promote this as well. I had a chance to stop out Cascade Park for the Pride event, and I think things seemed to go well out there. There was a lot of people there, and everything was very peaceful. And I was happy to see that. And I, on Sunday, had the opportunity to do Emily Schaefer's Eagle Scout. And I've known Emily probably about 5 years. I actually was her visit when she got her citizenship role, and she came to my district office when I was in the legislature and answered questions, and she was going to get her citizenship award. And that was 5 years ago. And I said that day, Emily, you're going to be Eagle Scout someday. She smiled, and guess what? On Sunday, they had the court honoring. Just a nice girl, and it's part of that. As Mr. Kennedy, your group out your neck of the woods, just I think 5 this year.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to have that many, and I think 3 of them are female, and those girls are impressive and smart. 17, 18 years old, and I think they all got bright futures from what I've observed, talking to them and everything. So we're very fortunate, and I know we have another one I think coming out the Mohawk way, Jim. I'm not sure. So that's just people don't realize that it's like 3% of scouts become Eagles, and I think our numbers are higher in Lawrence County, and that's only because I think of the dedicated troop, the leaders, and the quality of the students we have here. So it's pretty much I have. Want to just touch on it. It was a busy weekend, but I thought it was all good stuff to see in the community. I know we have a very active week this week. I think tomorrow all 3 of us are going to be all over the map within the county. And I'm going to be heading up on Friday. I've got to run up to the Northwest Caucus Commission meeting. on Friday, then I'll get back here, and we've got a big event coming up with the Scottish Rite Cathedral's 100th anniversary. So just one of those busy weeks, but it's all positive for the county, and that's what's important.
One thing, Chris, the two of them Eagle Scouts, two of them young ladies became 1 and 2 at the Jack Butts
That's right.
scholarship by Lainey Todd and Emily
Yeah.
Schaefer. So speaks highly of what them kids have done. And, good group of kids. So we're glad to have them here in Lunchtown.
Didn't they do some good work out at Marty Park?
Yeah, they did. Lainey did a cemetery. And Evan Richardson did a song. They've all done some good work out there with us. Good kids. Great.
Gentlemen, thank you both. On to new business. We have, this was brought to us by Greg Dogan at West Central Job Partnership. This involves the West Central Workforce Investment Board, which is a 2-county board. These folks are volunteers. The federal government requires that we have this board, and it also requires that the county commissioners make the appointments. And there are certain guidelines that West Central has to follow. What I was going to ask of both of you, may I read the 6 of these into the record, and then would you be willing to just do one motion to cover all 6? Is that okay? Thank you for that. Once again, Mr. Dogan communicated with us. The first one, what number would we give this first one, Vanessa?
115.
Pen, please. We have a pen with me. Thank you. I'm sorry, 115?
Yes.
Thank you. This would be for the reappointment of Ms. Autumn Bonzo, who represents the small business sector, and specifically she's employed at the Flowline Easy Flow facility in Shenango Township. That's resolution 115. Number 116, there's a sector known as the education and training sector. By the way, Ms. Bonzo's term would be from June 1 until June 30 of 2026. The second one, number 116, would be the reappointment of Ms. Lisa Campbell. Her sector would be education and training, and she is employed by the Butler County Community College. This would be a reappointment, and the term of office would be from July 1 of 25 to June 30 of 2028. Number 117 is a reappointment of Mr. Gary Grant. He represents the small business sector. I believe he owns and manages Pabcor, which is a facility based here in the city of Newcastle. Number 118 would be the reappointment of Mr. Adam Neff, also representing the small business sector. And his company is Blackhawk Neff, which is based out in Shannock Township. Number 119, federal requirements are that somebody represents organized labor, and this would reappoint Mr. Howard Thompson, who's a resident of the city of Newcastle. He represents the Beaver Lawrence Central Labor Council. And then number 120 would be the reappointment of Mr. James Hill. He is with also the small business sector, and his facility or his company is Hill Railroad Car Company based in the city of Newcastle. Mr. Dogan is recommending or requesting that we reappoint these individuals. Before I take a motion, do either of you have any questions or concerns about these people, their nominations?
No, I've had a chance to go to some meetings, and they're all very professional and they do a good job, so I have no issue reappointing all of them.
And any
I'm
remarks?
fine with every one of them.
Would one of you wish to make a motion then to approve resolutions 115 up to and including 120?
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second.
Thank you, gentlemen. If there are no other concerns, we'll take a roll call.
Commissioner Sanado?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. I'll also note that Mercer County commissioners do a similar format like we do. Mr. Dogan will recommend names from Mercer County to serve on this 2-county board. So I'm assuming at some point it's either already happened or will happen that Mercer County will take a similar action. The next resolution, number 121, is a budget amendment coming to us from the planning office. Amy McKinney emailed us. She's not able to join us today, but she did explain to us what we're doing here is we are actually noting in the budget amendment revenue, specifically community development block grant revenue, which is federal funding, in the amount of $108,304. And we're earmarking that revenue towards, do I have this right, Vanessa? It says CYS transportation on the back. My understanding was that this was for work at Shenango Park in Shenango Township for their playground, making it for ADA accessibility for the park. So I'm wondering,
This came from Amy, so I'm not sure.
and I don't know if this ties in with CYS or not. Yeah, I did too. Could you ask if Rebecca, see Rebecca or Mary or somebody, can we stand in recess for just a moment while Joe goes to check? Just doesn't seem to connect here.
Two separate entities.
Yeah, we'll find out, yeah.
Here, let me just give you my copy real quick.
I know we're catching you cold here, Rebecca. Amy had advised us of this budget amendment for CDBG funds for Shenango Park in Shenango Township. And my understanding was that it was for ADA expenditures for handicap accessibility. But if you'll notice on the back, it's listed as CYS transportation. So I don't think the information on the back is accurate.
No, it's not. It's 2024's Shenango ADA Park. I will double check that 5-digit at the end, but I'm pretty sure that that's the right number and she's just got the wrong, or whoever's got the wrong project.
Do you happen to know, did she need this today? Is it something that could wait till next Tuesday? I don't want to hold anything up.
I mean, we're just trying to get that project out to bid.
Exactly.
So, you know,
And I
kind of the sooner the better.
Yeah,
But,
I think we all respect that. Do you need to do any more for clarification purposes?
do you mind if I step out?
Not at all.
Double check this.
We'll move along, and if you can find out, just pop in and
I will.
we'll stop what we're doing and we'll get it resolved.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Gentlemen, you okay with that?
That's fine.
Yeah. We'll put this aside. We'll put number 121 aside for right now. Is that okay, Vanessa?
Yes.
Okay. And we'll move on to proposed resolution 122. And this is a transfer request from Voter Services Office. They're asking for a $4,500 transfer from Commissioner's contingency into that of the voters' postage line item. This is number 122. Would one of you care to make a motion?
I'll make that one.
I'll second. Thank you, gentlemen. Any questions or concerns? We'll ask for a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Vanessa. Then we have two transfers requested of us. First is from Mental Health and Developmental Services. They're asking for a $50,000 transfer from ID Services base into that of maintenance and repairs. You may recall, I it was maybe last week, that Scott Baldwin noted with their fiscal year ending, coming up pretty soon, that we're gonna see a few transfers like this. The second one is from the district attorney's office. They are requesting a $10,000 transfer from their contingency into that of vehicle expense. Those are the two transfer requests we have. Does one of you care to make a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
And gentlemen, any questions? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Now we'll go back to Resolution 121. Rebecca, if you don't mind coming up, did you find something out?
Yes, everything is correct. The numbers, the 5-digit number's correct. It's just the description is wrong.
So we're,
Shenango Park.
so on the back page where it says CYS Transportation, we scratch that. And where it says CDBG fiscal year CYS project, we scratch that. And instead we put 2024 Shenango Township Park ADA.
Yes,
You think that's accurate?
yes.
Okay. I appreciate your checking that out for us. Let me see if Dan or Chris, any questions? Dan? Okay. Gentlemen, this is Resolution 121. Would one of you care to make a motion for its approval as amended?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Thank you, gentlemen. Any further questions? Rebecca, you're okay with how we're
Yes.
approaching this, Joe?
Yes.
Sounds okay. Vanessa, sounds good to you? Okay. The motion has been made to approve proposed resolution 121 as amended. We'll take a roll call.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Once again, just to be clear, this is to assist Shenango Township with CDBG funds for their park project, specifically for ADA enhancements. Does that sound right?
That is correct.
Thanks for coming to our rescue.
Sure.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
day. We have a resolution on the table, proposed resolution 2025-111. This is a proposal to enter into a collective bargaining agreement with the Lawrence County Detectives Association. And two gentlemen in this room played a very important role in the negotiating process, our county administrator, Mr. Vanasco, and our county solicitor, Attorney Medora. We were asked to put this on the table because Mr. Medora had to do a couple things relative to clarification matters, I believe. And would you like for us to take it off the table? Do you wish to offer the explanation first? Or would you like to have us take it off the table and then have you offer the explanation?
Take it off the table and then offer the explanation.
Very good. May I have a motion then to take resolution 2025-111 off the table?
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. So we are now considering, it's back on the table, resolution 111, which is the 3-year collective bargaining agreement with the Lawrence County Detectives Association. And I'll turn it over to Solicitor Medora.
Thank you. The commissioners are well aware, but for the public's consideration, the Lawrence County Detectives Association are the detectives assigned to work with the district attorney. They handle all criminal investigations and all drug task force investigations. They are the smallest collective bargaining unit within the county, but they are mighty. They are one of the most specialized county detective agencies in the entire Commonwealth, and it's a point of pride for the county. It's a point of pride for me, and I'm sure it's a point of pride for the commissioners too. They have developed a reputation that has allowed the district attorney and their chief detective, Tommy Costa, to receive HIDA status, which is federal status, which we're all aware is, it allows us to partner with the FBI and DEA, which is, an extreme honor and something that was long worked for by the district attorney. And the district attorney's detective association has a lot to do with that. So it's, because of its specialty nature, it's unique in the way we need to negotiate this CBA. The commissioners tasked the county administrator, Joe Vanasco, and myself with negotiating this contract with the union representatives. The goal for this, as has been a repeating theme with the other contracts that have been coming up, is recruitment and retention. Because this is such a specialized unit, this is not the type of unit where you can start salaries low and hope that you can get someone green and train them. You need to already have a firm foundation of law enforcement experience before you even have the opportunity to get your foot in the door at the DA Detectives Association. For example, our youngest, not youngest in age, but youngest in terms of seniority detective, he's been here for less than a year, but he actually has almost 10 years of law enforcement experience. And that's not unusual for this particular group. They're federal level quality agents, and why I say federal level quality is because they are commonly detailed to work with the DEA. So because of that, we need to recognize that we can't start at a lower salary. We need to start at a higher salary. The Detectives Association also recognized that and were willing to, in exchange for starting at a higher salary, have a lower annual adjustment to their salary. So you'll notice that this is a bit of an anomalous pattern. Normally, you'll see a higher cost of living increase. With this particular contract, you will only see a 1% cost of living increase, but it's because of the higher base rate in order to recruit and retain. And everything else pretty much stayed the same.
Well, we appreciate both of your efforts. Any comments, Mr. Vanasco?
Just thank you to the representatives of the union that came down and worked with Mr. McDory and I. Very cordial, very, very good negotiation, I would say.
Yeah, to the point that we actually opened this contract early. This contract actually doesn't end until the end of this year, but because there was a recognized need to recruit new members, we decided to open this 6 months early. So this is actually a 3.5-year contract, which is beneficial to both the DA Detectives Association and the county.
You just said something that gets my attention because the wording of the resolution states that the collective bargaining agreement shall be for 3 years commencing January 1, 2026 and terminating on December 31, 2028.
That's a typo. It should be 3 years, 6 months commencing June 1st, 2025 and ending December 31st, 2028.
You said June 1 of 2025?
Correct.
Thank you.
I'll make that change on the resolution when I go upstairs.
Okay. Thank you both. Your points are very well made. You know, Mr. Lamancusa, who hires these people, if I'm not mistaken,
Correct.
He's competing with other law enforcement agencies at the local, county, state, federal levels. Probably some places that offer better compensation than we're able to.
That is true.
This does help us. So,
Yes.
we appreciate that. We appreciate the work that our district attorney and all of the staff does. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Kennedy for any questions.
I have no question, just a comment. DA Lamancusa surrounded himself with really good people. When you read Josh's resume, we're just very, very fortunate here in Orange County to have a gentleman that kind of caliber to lead these people. He does a great job.
concur. Mr. Sanada?
I'll just echo Commissioner Kennedy and your comments, and you have to have good quality people around you, and I think that DA Mamagusa has a reputation for hiring very qualified people, and I think that's how you succeed. He does a great job, and his staff does as well. You can't succeed unless you have a good staff, so I commend him for that. I think this contract will help.
And I think it, what the commissioners mentioned is valuable, and also is repeating across other county employees and other county agencies. Most county employees have the ability to seek employment elsewhere for higher pay. Most county employees, and the Detectives Association is no stranger, do it because they have a love for the county. These detectives in particular have, most of them have left higher paying municipal jobs in order to do higher level type work with the DA Detective Association, particularly the Drug Task Force. So they do it because they want to work at higher level task force operations, but also because they have a genuine love for the county. And that's no different to many of us here that work here, and what we see over and over again when Joe and I and the commissioners have these contract negotiations. It's nice to see.
Yeah, no, point's very well made. Well, we have before us Resolution 111, and I'll note we've made some modification to it on bullet point 2 that will now read, the CBA shall be for 3 years and 6 months, commencing June 1 of 2025 and terminating on December 31, 2028. Could I have a motion to approve this resolution as amended?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Thank you both. Final concerns or comments, gentlemen? Hearing none, we'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. Counselor, we thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate all you do. That leads us to a couple of announcements. Our next regular commissioners meeting will be held 1 week from today, Tuesday, June 17, 10 a.m. in this room, it's open to the public. Our County Planning Commission will hold its monthly meeting tomorrow, June 11 at 12 noon at the Elwood City Historical Society at 310 5th Street in the borough of Elwood City. Our prison board, which is chaired by Commissioner Sanada, they will hold the monthly public meeting on Wednesday, June 18 at 12 noon in this room. And then on Thursday, June 19, the courthouse will be closed in observance of the Juneteenth federal holiday. That leads us to public comments. Ladies, any comments this morning? We appreciate your being here. Closing comments from my colleagues, Mr. Sanada. Thank you, sir. Mr. Kennedy. Any concerns or comments from Vanessa or Joe?
No.
Okay, thank you. There being no other business to be brought before the board, may I have an adjournment motion?
I move we adjourn.
I'll second.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, the same sign. Motion carries. The meeting's adjourned. And Joe, you don't mind turning off the computer. Thank you all. I don't know if you were here, we were commenting about how nice the library dinner was.
Yeah,
Wasn't that
they
nice?
did, yes, it was very nice.
Jazz group was good.
Yeah, they did a nice job,
Yeah.
yeah. I